tell when it's time to move and wind up somewhere else. I'm just waiting for...
Hey, Wrecked Radio Nation, it is Jess Paul as usual, and today I'm talking to a very cool band. They are from Fairfax, Virginia, and they are talking to me today. I love them. They're a great power pop, kind of rock alternative band. They are Boys Will Be Boys. How about say hi to my audience, guys?
Hey, what's up? What's going on? Sorry.
And could you guys please introduce yourselves and what you play or if you sing?
I'm Lehigh and I sing and play bass for Boys Will Be Boys. And I'm Mark. I play drums.
Awesome. So nice to meet you guys. So the first question I have is kind of a basic background about Boys Will Be Boys, and it's just, how did Boys Will Be Boys become a band? Where did it all start with you guys? How did you guys meet, and how did it transform into what it is today?
Well, I knew Lehigh from, I met him when I was in a local band in like, I guess freshman year of high school or sophomore year, and we had been in previous bands before, and then it just got to a point where we wanted to form Boys Will Be Boys, and we knew each other from previous bands, and we kind of picked up different members from there, and there's been like a few member changes and stuff, but the core has always been me and Lehigh.
Where does the name come from? Because I always love to know where names come from. So where did Boys Will Be Boys come from?
It sounded like a good idea at the time, but we look back at it now and we actually like hate our band name like most bands do. But it was me and Kevin who used to be in the band. We were on tour with a previous band, and that Panic at the Disco song came on. That's, you know, Boys Will Be Boys. I don't know what track or name it is, but yeah, and it just hit us. I mean, like at the time we were like young and dumb, and they were like boys like girls, Fall Out Boy. They're all these like boy bands, you know. So we were like, Boys Will Be Boys. How come no one has that band name yet? And we decided to run with it, and now, you know, we look back on it and wish we had a different band name, but that's pretty much how, you know, we found the name.
I mean, we've come to the conclusion that band name doesn't really even matter. It's really about the music.
Well, you kept it and you've made your own name for yourself. And so let's talk about some of your music. So one of your latest singles is The Real Thing, and that seems to be getting a lot of attention. Why don't you tell me how your writing process works? Because I know that for a lot of bands, it's different for everybody. So how do you guys start to write your songs, come up with the ideas, and eventually collaborate to come up with the final product?
The way that we construct a song is, it's basically like me and Mark doing all the writing. I come up with an idea, and then we basically just collaborate on it until it's perfect. And that's pretty much it. I mean, like, I'll come up with some type of melody, and then we'll work on lyrics together, and then I'll track down bass, guitar, and then Mark will make all the drums, and that's pretty much how it works.
Do you guys have a few EPs, albums, singles out there to buy, including The Release and Can This Be a Hit? So what would you say is your favorite song to date that you guys love to perform? Each of you can each say a different one.
I would say the latest EP that we came out with is definitely our favorite so far. It's I feel like our music has come a long way, and right now we're satisfied with where it's at in terms of like the maturity of it and just the uniqueness of it. I think we're very pleased with it.
You guys have a great power pop kind of alt rock sound. So what kind of bands did you listen to as you were continuing to find your own personal sound? What kind of bands or acts inspired you?
We basically listened to everything. I think when we first started out the band, like a lot of people tell that we were truly influenced by a band called Forever the Six Kids, and it was true. Like we really looked up to them. We looked up to them. They're still doing really good things, but as far as like listening to music that would inspire us, I mean, it was was all over the place.
Cool. So, starting even a few years ago, you guys toured with bands like Emily and Pathway to Providence, among many others. So, do you have any favorite tour memories or any kind of stories of on the road that you'd like to tell? Because Wreck Radio always loves to hear those kinds of really good stories.
Yeah, that tour that we were on with Emily, me and Mark actually got tattooed on that tour. And it was kind of one of those things where it's like, that's something that we'll never forget because it's permanently on our bodies.
Well, that's fantastic. What tattoos? Can you share that with us? Or do you want to keep it a secret?
Yeah, so we had like an off day in Miami, and I had never been to Miami, and a few of the other guys hadn't been, so we kind of turned it into like a vacation night. We got a really good deal on a hotel via Priceline, and we went out and just acted like we had a bunch of money, even though we didn't. And at like 3 in the morning, there was a tattoo shop next to a pizza shop. I went inside. It was this like really, really gangster looking dude who I wasn't afraid of because I was like black-eyed drunk. And he tattooed a bunch of Lil Wayne's like back. He had it in his book. And that was like right when the Carter 3 was out. It was like doing big things, and I was like really into Lil Wayne. Like we said before, our music taste is like all over the board. And I was like, I gotta get a tattoo by this guy. And I had always wanted to get confidence on my wrist because I just feel like you need confidence in everyday life to do anything. And I always wanted it to be like a really, really cool cursive. He kind of freehanded some cursive on paper, and he's like, what do you want me to write? And I said confidence. I was super scared because he's like, I mean, I don't know how to, he's like, I might know how to spell it, but I'm going to tattoo it how you tell me how to tattoo it. So I was like, all right, I whipped out my iPhone, typed in confidence, spell checked so that it was spelled that way. He drew it up. I went to the ATM, got the money, came back. And while he was tattooing it, a bunch of the guys in my band were like, yeah, make it more like, you know, tight looking. And then the guy was like, you want me to throw some bling bling stars around it? And I was like, no, please don't. And then Mike was like, yeah, do it. And I was like, all right, man, just do it. Woke up the next morning, saw it, and I immediately, like, what's the saying? Your heart drops to your stomach or whatever? Like, and I just puked for like straight 25 minutes. A, that I got bling bling stars tattooed on my wrist. B, I was hungover. And C, I just kept thinking what my mom would say. So.
Well, do you regret it, or are you loving it still?
Well, I had like a half sleeve at the time, and it actually forced me to turn my half sleeve into a full sleeve in order to shade around the bling bling stars that he tattooed. So looking back on it, it pushed me over the edge to get a full sleeve, and I'm one of those guys that's like everything happens for a reason. So I feel like that happened so I could get a full sleeve. So I don't regret it at all. I think the confidence looks like really, really good too.
Oh, fantastic. So why don't you tell me what is in the near future for Boys Will Be Boys? What are you guys planning to do next? Touring, recording? What are we going to expect from you guys very soon?
We're definitely writing and recording more material right now. As far as shows go, we should have a couple lined up later this year, but right now we're really concentrating on just writing.
Yeah, we just moved out to Los Angeles like 40 days ago or so, and me and Lehigh are just in the zone of like writing right now and coming up with like the best material that we possibly can.
Cool. So do you guys have any last message for the Wreck Radio audience? Any last thing you want to say to them?
Thanks to everyone that's followed us and has supported our music. Without them, we wouldn't be able to live out here and concentrate on music. So thank you very much. And
if you haven't checked us out, check us out, because you don't know if you don't like something unless you listen to it.
Yes, you guys can check out Boys Will Be Boys at the links below. You can check out all their songs and a bunch of cool other things like photos, etc. on all of their band pages. Thank you guys so much for watching. Peace, love, rock and roll. See you later, guys.